Hi Sharon, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Lata?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Can we start the session?
Yeah, please.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Today we are going to discuss about Boolean expressions.
Okay.
We have only, we have either the output will be true or false for Boolean expressions.
Okay.
Python is case sensitive programming language, so some disturbance is coming from your side, I think.
So I'll go on mute.
Either it will be true or false. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
And Python is case sensitive language, so the first letter in true will be capital and the second letter in false will be capital. Mm. Let's try some expressions, Boolean expressions. If we take one equal to true, this is used for comparison equal to, then it will return true. If I take one equal to one, then it will give us syntax error. Because only single equality is not used for comparison, only double equality is used for comparison. This is used for assignment. Cannot assign to literal here. Like that. If I take one not equal to one, it will return false. In the same way, if I take one not equal to two, it will return true. And we also use symbols like greater than, less than. If I use 10 greater than 20, it returns false. And 10 less than 20, it will return true. In the same way, we can also use greater than equal to and less than equal to. If 20 greater than or equal to 19, it will print true. Again, if we take 20 less than or equal to 20, then also it will print true. We can also use variables for assigning this. If we take x is equal to 1 and y equal to 2, if we say if x or x is not in y, then it will return true. Oh, I'm sorry, it is x not y. It returns true. If I take x is equal to 2 and y equal to 2, if I take x is y, it will return true. Because the variables, the address of these two variables are same, so it is returning x is y. And in the same way, can you guess a equal to 20 and b equal to 20? X is y. Can you guess the output of the Sharon?
You mean to say A is B?
Oh, sorry. A is b. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it will be true.
Yes. And if we take a equal to 10 and b equal to 18, what will be the output of this? A is not b.
True.
Yes. And now we will discuss about if statement. The syntax of if statement is if condition, that means if the condition is true, then we will execute this code, or means else. If con- uh, if this condition is not true, then we execute this block of code. And let's take an example. For example, if we take temperature as an example, if temperature greater than 20, I mean, we have to code this if temperature greater than 20. Hmm. If yes, we don't need to vary a code. That means not vary a code. Or if temperature less than 20, that means if this condition is false, we have to execute this. That means vary a code. In the same way, we can do if statement. Now let me show you how. I'm just creating new folder for this. There is some issue in my laptop. Please be patient.
Okay.
Three, three. ల్యాప్టాప్ బాగా ల్యాగ్ అవుతుంది. ల్యాప్టాప్ మళ్ళీ ల్యాగ్ అవుతుంది. In that, I am creating other batch. 6:30,
Okay.
6:30 morning. In that I'm creating with today's poll, I mean poll name of today, and I am saving this file in that folder. And now I am writing a program according to this flowchart. That if the temperature is greater than 20, we don't need to vary a code, and less than 20, I mean, else we have to vary a code. Temperature is equal to int of input of enter temperature. Then, if temperature greater than 20, we have to print do not vary a code. Else print vary a code.
Yeah,
And I'm now running this program. If I enter temperature equal to 30, I mean, we don't need to vary a code because we already said that if the temperature is greater than 20, we don't need to vary a code. In the same way, if I press 20, can you guess the output of this?
yeah, it will print the else statement.
Yes. Um, in the same way, can you write a program with age greater than 20, sorry, greater than 18, or let's say less than? You are not eligible for loan. Otherwise, you are eligible for loan. Can you try to code this program? I am pasting this in the chat box.
Okay.
Your screen is not visible. Yeah, that's a great job.
Yes.
Uh, can you try with other age? I mean, less than 18. Yes, okay, that's a great job. And now, can you stop sharing the screen?
Yeah.
And now we are going to discuss about nested if condition. We can also place it inside it. For example, the syntax of this is if condition. That means if condition is true, and we are checking other condition in this. If other condition, if this condition also true, we have to do this or execute this code. And if I mean, if this condition is true, but this condition is false, we have to execute this else statement. And the first condition is false, then we have to execute this statement. In the same way, that means let's see, with a flowchart example. Here we have only two conditions, but if inside, if for example, if we take, mm, we are taking x and y two variables, and if x equal to y, if yes, print equal. If no, we have to check other condition. If x greater than y, if x greater than y is true, then we have to print x is greater. If not, we have to print y is greater. In the same way, we are trying to code this program. We are taking a new file and we are saving it as nested if. In that we are taking two inputs, x equal to int of input, enter any number, and y equal to int of input, enter any number. If x equal to y, we will print both are equal. Else, if x greater than y, print x is greater than y, or first value is greater than y. X is greater than y. Else, print x is less than y. And if we run this code, I'm giving 10, and for y, I'm giving 20. So that means x is less than y. In the same way, if we run code again, and I'm giving 10, and here also 10. So they both are equal. And we can write this program in different way also. For example, if I take x not equal to y, and I will paste this complete program here with conditions and this print statement if else block. It will work in the same way. For example, if I run this code, I'm giving 30 and then I'm giving 20. Here x is greater than y. Or if I take x is 20 and y is 20, then it will be equal. In the same way, um, can you write a program that can ask user input from user, and if the number is between 1 and 100, and if it is divisible by 5, it has to print divisible by 5. Otherwise, print not usable by file. And if it is out of range, it has to print out of range. Can you try this program?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please share your screen? Yes, you did a great job.
Yeah.
And now we are going to see chain if conditions. That means if condition, it will execute this block. If the condition is true, it will execute this block, else. That means if this condition is not true, then it will check this condition. Else means else if. Hmm. And then it will do this. For example, if we take A, And let's see if we are taking this block as B and else if these both conditions are not true, then it will execute this block. We can also use multiple conditions. That means we can also use other else statement as well. If this condition is true, it will execute this and out of these conditions. And if this is not true, then it will check this condition. And if it is true, it will execute this one. And if this is also not true, then it will check like this, it will execute this if conditions. For example, we are taking a new file and let's take again, we are taking x equal to int of input, enter x value, and y equal to int of input, enter y value. If x equal to y, we have to print x is equal to y. And if x greater than y, we have to print x is greater than y. Or if these two conditions are false, we have to print. That means else print x is less than y. And chain condition, or let's say if then and if I am taking x is 10 and y is 20, it is printing x equal to y. For example, if I take x is 20 and y is 15, then it will print x is greater than y. In the first condition, when we are giving the same input, it is executing print x equal to y because this condition is true. And when we are giving 20 and 5, here the x value is greater than 5. So this condition is false. So it is checking the second condition. And the second condition is true. So it is giving x is greater than y. And if we take value x is 20 and y is 50. Here x is less than 5 because these both conditions are false. So it is printing x it is executing else block where x is less than y. And now, for example, write a program for BMI calculator. Uh, if weight is less than 18.5, we have to print under wait. Or if it is between 18.5 and up to 25, it has to print normal. And it is between 25 to 30, it has to print overweight. And it is greater than 30, greater than or equal to 30, it has to print obese. Can you try this program? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Can you try this program or
Yeah, yeah.
just wait a minute? My screen, I mean, there is some network issue in my system.
Okay.
Hi Sharon, am I audible?